It's just
What's up? Welcome to Flat Out Racing Bets. Got a special presentation tonight for sure because, man, we got a super busy Saturday ahead of us. Todd Hurst here is joining me. I know you got
yeah.
a concert of some sorts tomorrow, I think. And
There's all kinds of stuff going on
yeah,
tomorrow. Yeah, it's
so
ridiculous.
it's
It's great.
unfortunate we had to leave out the Degeneration Nation. He must be at a bar spending all the money he won off that Minnesota Viking game last week. That's good. More power to you, Kevin. That was a hot pick. And we had nothing to do with it, did we?
How about that?
Yeah,
How about that?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. He's been awful
that
quiet
was.
since Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, but that's all right.
I, I haven't heard from him since the Vikings scored their first touchdown and up 7-0
Well, it's
on a
unfortunate.
on a 97-yard throw. So
I did hear something from him. It was something a misspelling of Brock Purdy's first name. Still started with a B. Still had 5 letters, but it looked like he misspelled it. I don't know. Either way, we're not here
I
to
think it
talk
was an
about Minnesota
autocorrect.
Vikings. Let's talk about this Bristol night race coming on tomorrow night. We're kind of short on some
Yeah,
lines, but we're gonna make our way through
we
this.
are.
Man, usually we come to Bristol, we're looking at Denny Hamlin all the way. Night race, concrete, but he's got his back up against the wall tomorrow night. You think he's gonna do it?
No,
No.
you know what? He's the first name I wrote down, starting eighth, and I figured I'd go and look at practice times and whatnot. He averages a finish of I think like 3.4 at Bristol, and he's a nighttime driver, but he's nowhere to be seen in practice. So they've either got a ton of work to do overnight and during the race tomorrow, or he's just not going to be a factor. I don't think he's going to be a factor.
Wow, that is a
Unfortunately, yeah, I don't
that's a
think he's
hot
going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it into the next round.
that's a hot take. Those are 2 hot takes right there. So he's still listed here at plus
Yeah,
450 for a race win tomorrow night. Books have him as the favorite. But I'm with you. Practice speeds are not there. And I was extremely surprised to see how good the Hendrick cars are. Hendrick cars are all
hmm
over the speed chart in practice, along with Ryan Blaney.
hmm
So
yep.
this is how you feel. Kyle Larson tomorrow night?
I've got Larson, Byron, and Bowman as my
Yeah,
top three.
there you
Uh,
go.
all three of them have great splits in practice. They're starting up front. It's Bristol. You want to be up front. This is not a race that you can gain a ton of track position. Um, and so yeah, I think it's Chevy, Hendrick, and Larson's my top pick. Byron's number two, Bowman's number three. Toyota dominated the spring race. I was looking at that race, and between Hamlin, Truex, and Gibbs, they just absolutely dominated that race. Truex is starting P4, Gibbs is P13, Hamlin's P8, but I don't see them. I don't know, unless Hendricks takes each other out.
I doubt that's going to happen. There, that doesn't
Yeah,
usually happen.
that's
Gibbs was very fast in the spring, but
hmm
he's running his tires off. Everybody else was kind of backing it down.
yeah.
So I don't have a lot of faith in Ty Gibbs to win the race. Maybe
I don't
a top five, possibly. Ty Gibbs,
I can see
possibly
a
tomorrow
top
night.
five. Yeah,
Um,
he's got to protect his points.
yeah, plus one
And
forty,
he's
plus 140, top five tomorrow night. So
that's good.
not a lot of juice there, but possibly. I will be honest with you. Earlier this week,
Yeah.
I jumped on Martin Truex plus 1,600 to win the race. I just he finished second in the spring. He's running like shit. He's running horrible, but he got me to waste more money on him. But let's see what happens. Good hit. Good hit. We'll
He's on the
see.
bubble. He's on the bubble.
Got to win.
So
Yeah.
he's got to do something. Yeah,
Yeah. This is just
absolutely.
what do they call them? Custer's last stand, Martin Truex's last stand. This is it. This is it. Because if it doesn't work out tomorrow night, that's it. You'll never see him again. It's a shame.
Yep,
So
it
let's
is.
see.
It's too bad. It's too
Okay,
bad.
so I also noticed Ryan Blaney is extremely quick, long runs,
Yep.
plus 900. Let me
Yep.
get where he's starting real quick. I don't know
He's
that
in the
off the top of
back.
my head. Is he in the back?
He is.
Wow. He's starting 22nd. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'd never lie to you. Yeah.
well,
Yep.
I wanted the exact number. I wanted the exact number. So that's all. That makes me feel a little bit
I
more
do
weary
think
about this.
I, I I'll say this. He's quick. He's on a mission. However, I think he's going to let his emotions from last week boil over, and that's going to cause him to make a bad move because he knows he's got to protect and he's got to finish well, and he's very angry that last week he got sent to the garage by NASCAR. Uh, I think he's going to get caught up in something. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know
where
what
I
he's
am.
crying about. I mean, his car would not turn. It just went straight.
Well, at least look at it. You got to look at it.
I looked at it. It was going straight. It did not turn. He had to stop. I don't know what else. I don't know. He gets a little irritated.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If there was another car that had four flat tires, that car would have beat his back to the pits. And so that's why they let a car with four flat tires go into the pits and assess.
Well, thank you for that,
But
Todd Blaney.
anyways,
Yeah. I think you must be related to Ryan or something. I don't know. How about that car above your shoulder there? Is that on the damaged vehicle clock or what's going on there? Michael Waltrip back in there.
I yeah, he you could get that you could get this fixed in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make minimum speed, no problem. All right. Let's see. Who else are we looking at here today? Geez, it's pretty much just Gibbs and Hendrick this week, I think. Yeah. I know that we got our eye on a guy for a top 10, though, don't we? We got a man that just well, he's gotten fired, but now he really got fired.
Yep.
Fired this afternoon. This is his last race in the game
Yeah.
bridge number
This is it.
7. Corey LaJoy. And we both like him as a top
Uh,
10.
I mean, he's got a good starting position. He's got great practice speeds. He's got momentum coming off of last week. I mean, the 7 and 77. Look at what they did last week.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and then to your point, he's driving for a ride next year, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So as long as
Well,
he can stay out of trouble, I think he's going to be up front. I think he'll be. I think we're going to see the 7 on the scoreboard up
let's
towards the
hope
top throughout the night. I do too.
because we're going to
Yeah,
bet him. I'm a bet him plus 450 for a top 10. Corey
I'm
LaJoy.
gonna take that. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
right there with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I posted on Twitter earlier this week. I took Michael McDowell also for a top 10 plus 400.
Okay.
His average finish is 9.7, so I rolled with it. He's starting 18th, so he's still got a
Yeah,
shot at it. Corey LaJoy is going
absolutely.
to have to keep his eyes out for Kyle Busch because Kyle Busch has had it with Corey LaJoy, and this is the perfect chance to wreck him.
This is the track to wreck someone if you want to wreck them.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
let's keep our eyes on that.
Hmm.
You had mentioned a fight in
Let's see what
Xfinity possibly happening tomorrow night. And, wow,
I I think
I
I
wish
think
you
there's
guys
only
could
thing
be involved in it.
yeah, there's only two things you can count on tomorrow. A Chevy's going to be in victory lane
Wow.
and and two drivers are going to be nose to nose post race.
Well, let's hope that
That's all I'm going
Bob
to say.
Pockris is there with his phone and we get a good view of that. Because it's been a while. It's been about
Sure we
5 months
will.
since we've had a fight. A good fight.
Yeah, I think we need another fight like Recky Stenhouse and Kyle Busch. We might see it tomorrow night because there's a lot of this is, I've been reading that everyone says that this playoffs this year, this first round is the most aggressive they've seen. And I agree. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting tomorrow night.
NASCAR did not do these drivers any favors in these tracks they're throwing at them.
Mm-mm.
So, you know, I
Nope. Nope.
I just would like to see some normal tracks, but we're gonna have to wait. Got Kansas next week, so that will kind of even things out. But
It will.
It's just been mayhem the last 2 races, and I'm expecting this one will be wild as well. So
I
I'm
mean,
just
we
looking at my
might.
sheet. Looking at my sheet, I'm not seeing a whole lot of yeah, I like that above you. I'm not seeing a lot of things to talk about here. Bubba Wallace, I might play him for a top 10. Uh,
Okay.
um, uh, he's got some speed. It looks like he's got some top 10 speed. I think he's boosted to plus 150 on bet 365. Might jump on him. Otherwise,
It's not.
not seeing a whole lot.
There's not a lot out there, I think, and that's what happens when we get into the playoffs is, I mean, the 14 and the 54 have to run well, they qualified well, so they're going to help themselves out. I mean, if you had to pick who's going to be out of the playoffs after tomorrow night, who are you going to pick?
Well, I'll go Harrison Burton. Does that does that work?
When I started my notes today, I put the four that are in the bubble and the four that are or the two that are just above the cut line. And I just immediately put out next to the 21.
Yeah. Well, I don't have this information in front of me here. Kyle Larson has got like a 26, 25 point buffer. I think those guys that have 20-point buffers are good. So
Mm-hmm.
we got Briscoe with +6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
Briscoe
ahead?
and
Who's ahead of
Briscoe and
Briscoe?
Gibbs.
What's Gibbs got?
Uh
What?
Gibbs is +6.
So those two are at +6 or
Yep.
something
And
like.
then yep. Here, I'll get it for you here real
No, it's
quick.
great.
Let's
It's
just
great.
bring
This
this
is
up.
great.
Yeah.
Great handicapping.
Let's play the hold music here real quick if we could.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Let's keep it here. William Byron is at +25.
Yeah.
Kyle
So I think
Larson
that's
is +26, so they're
yeah.
safe.
I think anybody above that is safe unless something crazy
Hamlin
happens.
Hamlin's -6, so he can turn things around quickly. Kozlowski and Truex are -12 and -14. They can turn things around. Harrison Burton, uh, um, he deserves being in the playoffs, but doesn't deserve to be in the
No.
playoffs.
Well, yeah. Nice knowing you,
I
buddy.
mean,
He's out. He's out. I think Truex
maybe
and
maybe
Keselowski
Corey
are out.
LaJoy could go to that ride.
Yeah, I think Truex and Keselowski are out. I think it's going to be Hamlin chasing down that 14 and that 54 car tomorrow. I hope Truex
Hmm.
wins. Honestly,
Yeah,
I put money on him. So, but
right. Yeah. Kozlowski's
don't see it
interesting.
coming.
He's not bad at Bristol, but P23.
Yeah, and he's not
P23
up
for
there in
6 is not
practice
good.
speeds either. No practice speeds. Just
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
nope, nope. Oh well, that's how it
Yeah,
goes. That's how it
it's
goes.
it's all Chevy. It's all
Yeah.
Chevy.
Well, all right, man.
So
Well,
that's about all we can say. Oh,
yep. We don't have any lines for driver matchups, but
that's
I'll check this out on Twitter tomorrow at Flat Out Bets, Flat Out Racing
yeah.
Bets. They won't let me put Flat Out Racing Bets to get too many characters, so I had to change it to Flat Out Bets. That's okay. I'll have the driver
Okay.
matchups,
All right.
so I'll be putting those on there.
Okay.
We'll just ride and die with
Yo,
that.
we'll put some over at DJ Nation 317 over on the Twitter, and we'll have some college football as well.
Great,
So look
great.
for that. Yeah.
All right.
Bad news tonight. Bad news. Syracuse let Stanford get a hold of them. So bad
Well, it's a
loss.
classic ACC matchup. You're going to have those.
Really is. Yeah. Yep.
Stanford and the Atlantic
Yep.
Coast Conference from somewhere in California. That's crazy. Do you know where Stanford's
Well,
located at? If you know where they're located at, go
I
ahead and
do.
say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Palo Alto, California.
oh, wow.
Yep. That's
Look at you.
Northern California. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's just like uh the greatest Midwest conference ever, the Big Ten, being held together by Oregon right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, NASCAR fans. The big little college football geography for you there,
But
as
yeah. Yeah.
college football is completely off the rails with conferences. So,
Yes,
all
it
right.
is. This is an educational episode for
Yep.
y'all.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me late night.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. But we
Great to be here.
need to
Thanks
get
for
it out.
having me, always.
Oh, yeah. All right, buddy. We will see you hopefully next week. I got some
Yeah.
more issues next week, so we might have to film it a
I will
little bit earlier next week, but it's all right.
We'll figure it out. We'll
All
figure it
right.
out. Kansas, I'll take the 19.
Well, I'll take Tyler Reddick. There we go. You're going to take the 19 next week after he possibly gets eliminated. We'll see. We'll see. If he gets eliminated, you might as
We'll
well just
see.
that's it.
He might as well hang it up. Yeah, he might
Yeah,
as
you're not
well
going to see him no more.
hand it over.
That's it. All
Nope.
right. Thanks for
Nope.
watching, guys.